Go ahead, kick us off.
Conrad, welcome to the interview room.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where do you see this team right now? Is defensively doing fine, offensively struggling? What do you see?
I think we're in a learning phase for sure. I think there are not big details that needs to be twitched and like tweaked and improved to it look for it to look a lot better offensively as well. We have a solid base and we just need to build on that and try to be more effective and better with the ball for sure.
Yeah, we'd keep about being better on the ball because that seems to be
Yeah,
an issue. So
Yeah,
what needs to happen there?
it's an issue, but like the thing is, like I said, it's small details for it to look a lot better. If we string a couple of passes together when we win the ball, we would also have a lot more ball possession. So in my opinion, it's not much that needs to improve. It's just small details when we win the ball, and so we can keep the ball and build attacks more than we have been doing now.
We'll go to Matt Baker.
Conrad, do you feel like it's a portion of the field that may be the problem or that you need to work better on as far as where you receive the ball, where you look to start your buildups, and how do you look to be more effective on the wing in doing that?
No, I think as a whole team, we have been looking in videos and analyzing the games, what we can improve in the both build out and especially when we win the ball, how we can be more calm and have more composure on the ball when we win it. Because the moment we win it, if we have a little bit composure, then the possession will also go up, because then we will have more time and space when we string those first passes together. And I think also for me, if we do that, it would be more effective for me as well when we keep the ball a little bit better, and we get more opportunities on the final third. That suits me good as well. So hopefully we can do that as well, for sure.
You spent most of the time this season on the left side with injuries and different availabilities. Have you worked more in the mid and on the right side this week?
We've been working on a little bit different type of things, but it's like before I came here, I've been playing a lot of different positions, so I can help out where it needs to help, and I'm comfortable playing in the center as well. So we'll see what we do this weekend.
We'll go to Justin Horniker.
Hey, Conrad. And kind of to touch on that, talking to Marcel this on Tuesday, kind of similar ideas of that you're getting to a lot of the right places, but just the execution isn't quite there. Is that the feeling that, the building blocks are there, you're building on something, but something just has to click, whether it be luck or execution?
I think it's like you said, something has to click, and if we get a little bit more precision and confidence on the ball when we have it, it also will be like an effect for the whole team. If some guys here and there show more composure and then keep the ball, and then it builds confidence with each time we do it well. So we just need to try to build on it and get some good actions in early in the game. And yeah.
Tom Schwartz, then Brennan Weezy.
Your English is fantastic.
Thank you.
When did you start speaking English?
In Norway, we start speaking English at the early age. We start learning bits and pieces from young age, 7, 8, 9 years old, and then yeah, in Norway it's like it's common that everyone speaks fluent English. But also I've lived outside of Norway for a couple of years now, so it also helps when you speak the English day to day in your daily life as well.
So when you moved to Prague,
yeah,
you spoke English?
I spoke English, I spoke English, but most of the guys in Czech did not speak English, so I had to learn a little bit Czech as well. But yeah, that's why.
And what were your thoughts about the United States before you came here? Did you think about it much from the movies, from TV?
Yeah, the United States are like looked at like it's so big and so much going on, so many big personalities and like much going on there in sports as well now. And in Europe also we noticed before now, especially last couple of years, that the soccer has been growing a lot as well. Before that it was was not really on the map in Europe, to be honest. It was not too much in the news about the MLS and the soccer here, but now, like the last couple of years, it's really been growing and more eyes on it, especially with the World Cup coming on and coming up, and of course Messi and those guys bringing also attention, of course. But I think the quality is a lot better than it's looked on outside probably, and that is starting to show now every year, I think.
Go ahead, Brennan.
Conrad, you mentioned a couple words, composure and calm when winning the ball. What would you say you guys have been recently when in that position, if there hasn't been as much composure?
Oh, we have maybe a little bit too many situations where we win the ball, and then we have good positions and to either go in behind and punish the opponent or string a couple of passes together, but then we lack a little bit precision. And then when it gets like this a couple of times, then you will defend a lot instead of keeping the ball. The one time maybe it's enough, and then you keep the ball and then you pin the opponent down in their half. That's what like we're trying to work on and be better on, because like I said in the start, it maybe look like from the outside that we have a lot to work on the ball to work on, but still I feel like when we look in the videos and stuff, it's not that big details that needs to be a little bit better for it to look a lot better, for sure.
Wait, Tom.
Do you also speak Swedish?
I speak Norwegian and Swedish is very similar. So we with the Swedes in the team, with Rasmus and Joachim, we understand each other. With Olof as well. You speak it's basically is very similar. So we speak together in the native language. Yes.
Just how's the transition been to moving to America?
It's been very good now. Finally, it's calm and everything is sorted out, because there's a lot to fix, like personally with family, with the wife, with the little baby. It's a lot to fix with insurances and visas and everything like this, compared to moving inside Europe. To move here compared to Czech Republic was a lot more for me to fix with the visa interviews, everything like this, compared to moving inside Europe. So it's a pretty heavy transition in that part of it, but now finally it's like everything is sorted out.
So they're here and settled?
Yeah, there's a here and settled. So now the full focus is just deliver on the pitch.
Culture-wise, how big a change is this for you?
From Norway, it's different, because Americans are very open and friendly and very welcoming. It's like doesn't matter what you do, you get to restaurants, you get in Uber drives. They are so open and want to have a conversation. In Norway, we keep to ourselves. We don't sit together on the bus. We don't speak together if we don't have to. That's like a little bit different. So there's a lot more open-minded people here, in my opinion. And that's helped a lot as well. It's like with the team in the dressing room as well. It helps with the guys in there are like very good at taking open-mindedly taking care of the new guys and stuff, compared to in Czech Republic. When I came there, it was maybe 15% of the whole dressing room, we included coaches, didn't speak a word English. So that's a little bit harder. Let's just say that they have their culture and they don't want to. It's very different compared to here. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, you seem fairly open and outgoing. You don't seem,
Yeah,
so-
you have to adapt, and I also like that type of culture. It helps a lot, and especially when you move to a new place, to see the city and to be told by teammates what to do here and there, get tips here and there. So yeah, I really liked how I came into to St. Louis.
Did you know Totland before or know of
No,
him?
I did not know him. I played against him a couple of times, and but yeah, like naturally you speak also a lot with I speak a lot with him, of course. We live together in the same building, so naturally we spend a lot of time together as well.
Tom, we'll wrap up with Matt Baker back here.
Conrad, I wonder if you could speak to your experiences with the home crowd in St. Louis and just the level of competition in MLS. Maybe not compare it to previous places, but just has this met your expectation? And what are your thoughts on the home crowd and the competition in MLS?
Yeah, let's start on the home crowd. It was very surprisingly very, very good, and like the atmosphere on the home games has been like amazing. I come from a club where the supporters are probably one of the best yeah, you can get almost compared to size and stuff, and loud crowd. So I feel like I've been very positively surprised by that. It's been very good, and I really liked they've been, especially last game, they were really into the game. Every duel, every time we get a corner kick, make a tackle, you hear the cheer, and that's like that's as a player, that's what you love, because it gives you so much energy. And the level in MLS, it's very different. It's different compared to Europe, because there are maybe there's a lot of individual very high quality player here, so they can punish you a lot, but also it's a little bit structure wise, it's different to Europe. I feel like maybe the teams are a little bit more structured together, like as a team, but there are a lot of individuals here that are on a high level, and you see also many of them go to Europe as well. So it's better in some ways, and like both here and there, it's hard to compare, but yeah, I like it. It's good.
Conrad, thank you for joining us, brother. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you.
Hey, how are
When you look at the season, do you break it up into like small, like 5-game increments or anything and looking at the season? Do you do anything like that?
No,
No?
not really.
Okay.
One game at a time.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, where do you see this game at this team at the 5-game mark? You now have enough games to look at. How do you feel? How's it look?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could actually make comparisons to Austin. We're playing on Sunday. It's been a little bit similar, you know, a good start result-wise, and two teams that are able to play on the ball, but also you know, haven't got a problem in defending deep and defending well at times, like you have seen them in the last couple of games. Very low ball possession, but won games. And then, but it's a good team on the ball, so they can play as well, and that's a little bit similar with us, I would say. You know, we've been able to mix it up, being unpredictable and doing everything we can to win games.
Cedric not out there today. Anything with him?
Yeah, I still doubt. He wasn't training today, and he doesn't look too bad. It looks quite okay. We'll see if he'll be ready for Sunday. If not, next week.
Okay, and Edu wasn't out there today.
No, we've given him some time off for personal reasons, and he's suspended now anyway, obviously. So.
Mm-hmm. Will he be back, you think, next week, though?
I don't know the exact date when he's back, but yeah, again, we've given him some time off.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Matt Baker.
Well, what was the injury with Cedric Teuscher that he's working through?
Hamstring. Yeah, we thought that when it happened, we thought it was a strain. He thought so himself, but he wasn't. But still in doubt for Sunday.
Compare Austin, if you can, a little to Philadelphia in the sense of you seem to have there's different types of teams you've played this season with different levels of success. You could point to pressing teams that have frustrated, I would say, the progression of City, whereas teams that may have sat off of the ball a little bit more, you've had a little bit more success. Do you draw those kinds of parallels as how you've seen the season so far?
Yes, for sure. Again, like a little bit like I said before, and Austin has been the same. You know, it is a good team on the ball. They've had a couple of games where they're really high in ball possession, and then some games really low. And then you have the games where it's somewhere in between. And I think it's a little bit similar to us, and yeah, definitely the opponent's effect. Again, we want to be in control of the game and play the game to our strengths. But you also got to be aware that we have opponents who are good, in very different ways. Philly were good in their way, and the San Diego are good in their way of playing. So yeah, definitely affects the game.
Then I wonder if you could speak a little on Marcel Hartel, what you've seen from him. I'm not sure if he's run the most of any player, but it seems like he might be one of the most distance-wise throughout each game. Have you seen that as an effective use of his running across the field? Or have you seen him get to a little bit more of a deeper lying position than you'd like in how he can help build with the attack?
Yeah, we're trying to get the most out of him as we do with all the players. We're trying to always have the right players in build up, and the right players in the final third, and players doing the right job defensively as well. And if you have a player like that who can cover a lot of distance, we try to do so both on the ball and defending.
We go to Brendan Weezy.
Hi, Coach. In talking to Conrad earlier, he mentioned when winning the ball, he thought you guys maybe need to be more calm or more composed with the ball. How would you describe just those spots? Is it a timing thing? Do you see that you guys are really close in that aspect when winning the ball and being able to distribute from there?
I think we're trying to improve all the time, but it's something we have seen over time from last season, from preseason in the players we have. But yeah, it's definitely an aspect that we were looking at now after the Philly game as well. I think we can be better when we win the ball. We can be better on picking up second balls and play from there, because whatever the game looks like, it's a lot about 50-50 situations and a lot of tight situations in the game, which you need to be able to get out of to keep the ball. So yeah, we're looking a lot at that in training on video, and trying to make them better basically, and improve their quality in those moments.
We'll go back to Tom Turin. Oh, Justin, go ahead.
Coach, I mentioned Eddie Leuven. I think we talked on Tuesday about just players stepping up in his absence. How do you feel like they've kind of responded in training, knowing that spot is open on the line?
Yeah, really well. We've had a good week of training. It's been good energy. So I've liked what I've seen. I also like what I saw from the players coming on in the last game. As in all games, we made a lot of substitutions in the games, and players have come on and done really well. I think it's important for the group as well. The biggest change for us will be the free kicks. It's top class in the direct free kicks, and then delivery in the final third. I mean, that's Edu's strengths. So that's something I think we're definitely someone else has to step in and hopefully get another goal on a free kick.
Is that something where you're waiting for a player to kind of make your mind up for you, or do you kind of have an idea of where you're
No,
going?
we're working in training to see the qualities. We have a few. It's not only on the direct free kicks; it's also on the wide free kicks, the corners. I would say that's Edu's best quality is delivery there.
Concerning with you, you've got 2 goals out of the run of play in the 5 games. Does that bother you in any way?
It doesn't. I mean, we're definitely looking to improve. We're looking to improve in all areas. But yeah, they've been tight games. Not a lot of chances either way in open play, like against Philly as well. Most of the chances they scored were on set pieces, and they scored on one of them. So it is a really important aspect, and we know that we are usually strong there. So disappointing to lose a game in that way. But also you have to look at the the way Philly were better than us the first 20-30 minutes, so they created all of those set pieces. That's also something we get in our games when we can dominate the opponents. We can spend a lot of time in the final third. You get a lot of set pieces, corners, free kicks. You know, it goes hand in hand a little bit with the way you're able to dominate the game.
And Marcel was saying earlier this week about that we're good on the ball in practice. It's just translating that into games. Did you see that where just things aren't translating from the practice field to the game?
We see similar things in training as we do in games. We had that over time. You know, the most important thing for me and for us is to just take the most out of the quality we have. You know, and I think we've done that really well so far in the season, and maybe not to be too frustrated that we don't play exactly the same way as San Diego or the Galaxy or whatever. You know, just really try to play to our strengths. You know, we mentioned it before. It's an area we you know, to dominate more on the ball, we need to be better on the ball. We need to pick up those second balls, be better in the 50-50 situation, not lose the ball too easily and too quickly, like we see, and we see that in training, and we see it in games. But we try to improve all the time, you know. But it's just important not to be frustrated. Meanwhile, you know, if we can get the results we've had so far, you know, we're happy.
We'll go to Tom Shores, then wrap up with Matt Baker.
Coach, I don't want to get you in trouble, so you don't have to answer this question, but a lot of people have been asking me about it. So I'm going to put it in this way. In terms of consistency of refereeing, do you feel that you have seen consistency of calls in the referee, whatever way they call them, good, bad, or indifferent, but they're consistent, that compares to what you've seen in your playing career and your coaching career previous to this point? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm not the right person to ask. You know, I've been here for a short while. It hasn't been you know, an issue so far from me. Yes, there are certain decisions you would have liked to go your way, obviously, but you know, nowadays with the big decisions, they obviously have the help they need. Yeah, it's not something I put too much energy into.
Okay, and can Aston Villa beat PSG in advance in the Champions League?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, and well, how would you celebrate if Aston Villa were to win the Champions League?
I don't know. To win the Champions League.
Yeah, to win.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't know. We'll see when that happens. Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Maybe Tom should have gone last. Coach, you talked earlier about wanting to be better on the ball. Your record defensively this season speaks for itself. Fewest goals allowed in MLS. I wonder how you balance the need to improve on the ball as far as personnel goes, without actually, you know, talking specific players. In general, what's your mindset on needing to improve the quality of play on the ball, but still remain defensively sound and not really mess that chemistry up?
Yeah, I think you said it all, and I mentioned it previously as well. It's just taking the most out of the quality we have, and you know, adapt to that a little bit, adapt to the opponent a little bit as well, and try to win every game. That's what it's all about. You know, I am a coach in the past who have had quite a lot of possession in my teams, even when I've been in the bottom. You know, so I have liked that. But the thing I like the most is winning, you know. And at the moment we are playing to our qualities, and we've done that really well. Again, as I said before. So you know, we have to have respect for the opponents also. Now we play against another good side. It's a club that has spent over $30 million in 4 players in 1 year. So obviously they have quality, so we have to respect that as well. You know, but I think we'll have a good plan to beat them anyway in our own way. So looking forward to that on Sunday.
Coach, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.